If there's one thing that we can all basically agree on with Kai Sotto, it's that he's had an extremely tumultuous basketball career, but especially in the past 2 years. I mean, overnight, Sotto has transformed from an oversized teenager to a legit grown dude with a beard and tattoos and muscles. He's gone through quite a bit. Since he was young, the passionate fans of the Philippines have hyped him up to be the next big international NBA star. But at some point, fans wanted to see all of this hype be justified with Kai proving it was real on the court. And this is actually why I'm super excited about Kai Sotto, because in my opinion, he's proven as of late that he should be in the NBA. And I'm not just saying that out of pity. I truly believe in this kid, and I think one day when he gets his chance, he's going to prove that he should have been playing stateside all along. Everything considered, he's definitely shown that he's a very talented player whenever he's actually given that chance. After he graduated from the Skills Factory in 2020, he was well on his way to living out a long professional career in the US, whether that was in the NBA or in the G League for a bit. Because instead of deciding to play college ball, Sotto was chosen to play with the NBA G League Ignite team for its inaugural season. However, towards the beginning of the year, Kai decided to return home to compete with the Filipino national team. Due to this, Sotto missed several games with Ignite, and eventually the two parties would part ways, which left Sotto without a team for a whole year. However, in April of 2021, the Adelaide 36ers of Australia's NBL signed Sotto, and since then, it's been nothing but up for the 7'2" Filipino. He had an awesome rookie year with the team, and we're going to get to that in a second. But recently, he suited up against the Phoenix Suns in a preseason match with his 36ers. And Sotto, I think, made his case in front of the NBA world why he should be in the NBA right now. For a young 20-year-old big man, he's far too talented to not be in the league, where he could be developing into a true NBA caliber big man one day. In his first taste of NBA action, Sotto went out for 11 points, 2 rebounds as he went 3 for 6 from the floor. Now, he didn't get to play a ton of minutes, which is a shame, but he showed us a bit of what he could provide to an NBA team given the chance. Check out the range on this 3-ball, and most importantly, the touch on that outside shot. That's something that Sotto has worked on over recent years, and I'm truly impressed with how it's come together for him. He's still got some work to do from out there, but we all know how important it is for even a 7-footer today to be able to space the floor through their shooting ability. Last year, it wasn't on high volume, but Sotto did hit 39% of his threes that he took, which implies to me that he's a natural shooter from out there. So who knows where that jumper takes him in the future. But back to the game here, check out this little handoff pass from Sotto. Watch him here calmly disrupt a 1v2 situation. Instead of panicking, he stays laser focused and eventually forces a turnover as he gets his first steal. And then watch him here use his instincts guarding a big in the post. He reaches around the big for his second steal of the night. Now, it wasn't all sunshine for Sotto during his first bit of NBA action. At times, you could see how nervous he was on the court, but that isn't anything you wouldn't expect out of an NBA rookie anyways. So, like I said, it was absolutely a positive showing for Kai Sotto in Game 1. Now, Adelaide has another game scheduled against the OKC Thunder, so that's coming up in a couple of days, and be on the lookout for that. But let's zero in on Kai Sotto here and what his NBA chances are currently looking like. Well, first things first, why was he not drafted in 2022? Well, that could have been for a lot of different reasons, but I think it comes down to 3 main areas. Number 1, he played internationally during his pre-draft year instead of playing in college. Typically, that's a massive disadvantage for prospects who aren't super well known but want to get to the league. Number 2, prejudice. You can ask any basketball fan if Asian players are discriminated against, and if they know a thing about the NBA's history when it comes to giving Asian players a shot, they'll tell you that there's absolutely a barrier that they have to break through to get their fair chance in the league. And then number 3, his frame. Skill-wise, and compared to any other 7'2" guy you can think of at the age of 20, it's truly difficult to deny how talented Kai Sotto is. But let's be real, we've seen skinny 7-footers have their careers ruined because they weren't able to hold up with the other stronger bigs. Like I said, skill-wise, there's a pretty easy case to be made here that Kai Sotto should be signed to an NBA team. I could understand him going undrafted, but from a talent perspective, he should at least be on a two-way contract or a non-guaranteed deal. Kai also probably would have been signed to an NBA team had he actually chosen to play in that NBA Summer League, because according to his agent, Kai drew the interest of several NBA teams in the Summer League, and there were plenty of reports and pictures of Sotto working out with teams before the draft. But he instead chose to play with the Philippines in the World Cup qualifiers. I mean, that's an admirable move, but I think the Filipino basketball community would have been much more proud to watch him play in that NBA Summer League and get that contract with the team. Because what team is going to sign a player that doesn't even want to showcase their skills to them? But anyways, we're left with Kai back in the NBL in Australia. And I hate to say it, man, but he's really got to give NBA teams a reason to bring him on over. Whether it's in the G League or a non-guaranteed deal, Sotto needs to find his way over to the US and ASAP. He's still young, but the longer a player goes without being involved with the NBA, the less likely they are to have their agent get a call from an NBA team expressing interest. But I still see a scenario where Kai Sotto finds his way over to America. I mean, last year he had a really impressive rookie year in the NBL. In only 15 minutes of play, he scored 7.6 points a game, grabbed 4.5 rebounds, and shot over 50% from the floor. Considering the limited court time, those are really good numbers for the then 19-year-old. Assuming he gets a larger role in 2022, he's going to put up better numbers, and it will be hard for NBA teams to deny a 20-year-old putting up big-time numbers in one of the best leagues in the world. The playing time will come, but it's on Kai Sotto to come out next year and really show that he's improved on his game. I mean, the floor for his game is already really good. He basically did everything that teams want out of a 7-footer last year. He was a force inside as he threw down a ton of lob dunks throughout the year, and that was just one part of his versatile offensive game. He displayed a nice touch on his jumper, but also on his layup attempts inside. Like I mentioned earlier, a bit of strength would have probably helped there, but he's already shown the ability to score consistently inside without it. He has a nice touch as well on his outside jumper, whether it's in the mid-range or from 3. He's definitely not a knockdown shooter yet, but there's something to build on there. And then the interior defense will be a given due to his size. He's going to block a ton of shots whatever league he's in, but he's surprisingly light-footed as well and has shown a decent ability to move his feet out on the perimeter. And so there's a lot a team can get with Kai Sotto even at his young age. And I understand the risk with taking a chance on a player like him, but I think he's proven to excel time after time. And he truly did things in the NBL last year that I don't think just any teenager would be able to do. So whether he's on a two-way contract or a non-guaranteed minimum deal, Kai Sotto deserves a chance, and I think a young NBA team would benefit a lot from giving him that opportunity. But let me know what your thoughts are on Kai Sotto and if you can imagine an NBA future ahead for his basketball career. If I had to guess, he's going to get his shot at some point soon, but he'll need to really show why this year in 2023. I'm interested to hear what you all have to say, so let me know in the comments below. Have a blessed day, guys, and I'll catch you all in the next one.
If you don't subscribe our YouTube channel, please don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for your support. God bless.